Hello, this is David Cavuto, Product Manager with Cribl Search. This is part 2 in a 4-part video blog series where we'll be walking through setting up a data loop using Cribl Search and Cribl Stream to create a temporary storage location in AWS S3 for search results, much like a materialized view in a relational database. In this video, we'll be demonstrating how to use Search to set up a dataset provider using the same credentials as the Data Lake Amazon S3 destination that we created in Cribl Stream in the previous step. If you haven't completed part 1 yet, please feel free to pause here and go back and start with part 1, setting up the Data Lake destination. If you've already completed setup of the Cribl Stream destination, this is the right video for you to watch. To recap, if we go into Cribl Stream from Cribl Cloud and we click on our default worker group, we'll see all our destinations, specifically ones that have been configured, and we'll see there's a Data Lake destination that's set up. It's ready to use and it's already been committed and deployed. That's what we did in the earlier video. Now if we go back to Cloud and open a window for Cribl Search, what we want to do is to be able to search that S3 bucket and pull test data out of it that we created. To do that, we need to add a dataset provider. So if you go to Data, then click on Dataset Providers, and then Create Provider in the upper right, and note because we already have a destination configured in Stream, we have a drop-down on our Create Provider button. If we click on that, we'll see that we have the option of choosing the pre-configured Data Lake as a dataset provider. That Data Lake destination is the one that we created in Stream, and we'll automatically create a dataset provider from it, including copying all appropriate AWS credentials. When we click on that, we'll see we get the ARN and we get the external ID copied into it that we configured in Stream. All we have to do is give it a name locally. We'll call that Data Lake Provider 2023-0414. Note that we have to use underscores in search rather than dashes. And then we'll hit save. Great. Just as a reminder, we don't have to go configure a trust policy and permission policy in S3 again, because this is exactly the same trust policy and permission policy that we already created in the previous video. When we configure this data lake here, you'll see that there is a trust policy and permission policy, but we can ignore these because these are the same trust policies and permission policies that were included as the ones that were supplied in Cribl Stream. So now that we've got the dataset provider, we need to create a dataset so we can search it. So we click on Add Dataset and we choose the provider that we just created. That provider here is Data Lake Provider 2023-0414. We'll create that, and we see that it knows the bucket that we were sending to. And this is just a reminder, this is precisely the bucket that we're sending to in Cribl Stream, the Lake Bucket 2023-0414. To bring it back into search, the Lake Bucket 2023-0414, and we notice that the path partitions are created automatically by that provider. These templates are configured for you, so Search knows how to properly partition the data for more efficient searching when using time ranges. So this is year, month, day, hour, using a reverse sort mechanism. Now we'll give that data set a name, and we'll call that Data Lake Dataset 2023-0414, and we'll hit save. And now we should be able to immediately search that data set. We click on Search, hit Stop, so we can change the time range. We want to see all of the data in that bucket, so we change the time range to all time, hit Search, and we should see the test data that we created in the last video that was sent to that bucket in the search results, which in fact we do. So let's set our view to event mode to see the raw events. If we don't happen to be in event mode, the results appear directly in here, and these are the test events that we created. We see that they're in JSON format, and they're automatically parsed because of that. And that's all. In the next video, we'll show you how to make use of the send feature in Search to be able to send data from Search into Stream, and then loop it back around using the data lake as our intermediate storage location so it can be searched yet again. Thanks, and happy searching!